guys, Arolf here, back again with another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Mr. Fantastic, so let's get into it. Pretty late on this review, but take a look around the packaging, look around the packaging, on the back of the packaging, description of the packaging, figure on the bottom, more details about nothing, but on the bottom, UPC, scan if you want it. But without further ado, let's get into this. Doing a quick comparison, here is Mr. Fantastic next to a couple of comic book characters and the Doctor Strange movie figure, and he fits in pretty well. So, taking a closer look at Mr. Fantastic's accessories here, I can't speak. I believe this is the ultimate nullifier given to him by Galactus or something, I don't know, wiki page. I really don't know much information. I'm only familiar with the comic books, but you can see it is really flimsy right here on the little thin parts, but it's rubber, so it's not like hard plastic. It'll just snap off right away. But speaking of rubber, here is his bendable arms here. Now, taking a closer look at him, I really like the detail here. I wish that they gave him a bicep swivel. It would have been nice for dynamic poses. But yeah, you can see some holes here where it's perforated through, so this thing won't rot inside of it. And you can see it bends at 2 points here, one in the elbow here and one in the forearm. And you can see how much range I can get with those right there. And doing a demonstration, easily just pop off the arm and take the other one and pop it on. It's pretty easy. These joints aren't too loose or too tight, it's just in between. Sometimes when you're posing the bendable arms, it kind of pops off on you, specifically the left arm here, but it does look nice. I don't know if it's just me, but he kind of has a slant to his body to his right a little bit. It's kind of like uneven, his legs, but it's kind of unfortunate. You can see the ultimate nullifier, but taking a closer look at the head sculpt here, I really like the head sculpt and the facial expression that they gave, kind of a smug look, like also the hair here looks pretty nice. The detailing on the gray parts on the head here looks nice. I really like the glossy brown, kind of a slick back hair. Unfortunately, there are some black paint splotches throughout the figure, but the Fantastic Four logo is pretty clean throughout. You can see the hand here and the ultimate nullifier. It's easily removed just by pulling it down like that. Another problem that I have is how badly the right hand is sculpted. It looks rough as heck. It looks like it's been cut up into pieces compared to the left hand here, which is like the fist, and it's much more smoother, very visually appealing to the eyes. It looks like his other hand got mangled up in some blender or something. But the details throughout looks pretty nice. You can see the thigh here doesn't really line up. It's kind of like pushed back right there, you can see. But for the most part, the sculpting is great. It's pretty basic. The paint is clean throughout his boots here as well. You can see his feet here. He does have peg holes. His feet are kind of weirdly sculpted. I don't know if that is taken to the account that he stands so weird, but yeah, his feet are kind of weirdly sculpted. Kind of has like duck feet. But yeah, you could see some inner detailing, inner workings of the arms in here, the peg holes. But yeah, for Mr. Fantastic's articulation, he has a ball hinge joint, so it rotates all the way around. It looks up that far and down that much, which is pretty good since he has a ball joint, so he could do the tilty shifty wobbly head thingy right there. His arms do rotate all the way around, they go out that far, and he has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows right there. Now his wrist here is on a hinge, so they do rotate all the way around. They bend up that far and down that much. Now for his abdomen region right here, his chest can bend forward that far, which is not great, and back that much, which is also not great, but he does have a waist swivel which rotates all the way around. His legs kick forward that far so he can sit down unevenly, and his legs can kick back pretty good, better than other figures. He has a upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees right here, which is great, and his feet right here bend down that far and up that much, with a little piece of plastic exposing out right there. But moving on, he also and finally has the ankle pivot, and doing the ankle pivot test, he's good to go. Now with the long arms here, he does rotate all the way around right there pretty loosely. He can move up that far, which it holds pretty well, and down that much. So, taking an even closer look at Mr. Fantastic here. I know I sound like crap because I just stayed up just for the Infinity War trailer, but never mind about that. You can see there's some blue near the neck region, the hinge region, and moving the ball joint down here, you can see it's much more prominent. So this they probably use a blue base mold, kind of gave it a light coating, and then added the black coating right after, and some of that blue coating's kind of seeping through the black coating, which is quite unfortunate. But for the most part, the paint is pretty solid. You can see the peg holes here, which is pretty great, and he sounds hollow as well, which is also great because the balancing out on this figure would be a little bit easier. I don't know if that makes sense, but his three fingers here are attached together, and his pointer and thumb are just like lollygagging, dangling right there, which looks pretty great. He can hold his ultimate nullifier in his big hands here, big arms. I tried putting it on here. It doesn't work for me, but eventually I did get it on, which looks pretty nice. But other than that, you could see the blue here. It's kind of like not painted all the way through, which would have been nice if you're gonna do some top-down photography, toy photography shots of this. One thing I don't like is the discoloration of the boots compared to the thighs here, or the shins compared to the thighs. Kind of a yellowy blue compared to the more sky blue here. I don't know if it's sky blue. It's just a light blue. See, popping the arms here in and out pretty fast. I don't know, something about this figure kind of has a color of a yellowish blue tint to it, which is kind of weird. I don't know if they're trying to go for that vintage look, but yeah. So yeah, all in all, I really do like this figure. Some problems that I have is paint, discoloration of the blue regions like the shins here or the thighs, and overall giving him a yellow tint. I don't know if you guys like that kind of that vintage look to him, but yeah, having the yellow tint on the figure kind of does give off the vintage look to him. But yeah, other than that, I really don't have a problem. Other than, like I said before, I wish they give him some bicep swivel here in the bendy arms here. The wire here kind of gets like kind of moves inside the bendy arm here, kind of like shifts a little bit, kind of rotates around. So you kind of want to like not bend it too much if you don't want to if you want to have longevity to the action figure. But I think I might pick up another one of these guys, because you know, that Human Torch figure kind of needs like a new body. Other than that, I really like this figure. I haven't had a Mr. Fantastic in a long time, so this is like my first good figure, because all the Mr. Fantastic, like the from the movie one, all those like pieces, or I think you had to connect all of them to create this super long Mr. Fantastic. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, that one, I lost that. I don't know where it went. It's probably in a storage somewhere, storage box. But yeah, more figure reviews coming. Hopefully Invisible Woman, and then Human Torch, and probably The Thing, if I don't know when they're gonna release that, and possibly the Silver Surfer. But yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications, because I'm posting another video, I think, tomorrow. But yeah, that is it, guys. Arolf more signing out. Peace.